We're live. Hang on a minute. Trade watch today. Just watching media trade. See if anything happens. Just there's Gettable new episode 2 hours ago. So I might watch that. But as far as it goes for Hawthorn stuff, there's not really much news at the moment, if I'm being honest. No further news on Tom Barastil. So yeah.
You remember we had another small forward that Hawthorn brought into the football club last year was Nick the Wizard Watson. We said a couple of weeks ago that the goals would come for the Wizard. Well, they came.
I mean, like, who's gonna really just moment? We're on. 2 people on. Yeah. Feel free to chat. Do what you like. We are watching. We are on Media Watch today. White Line Fever. Hello. Definitely don't know who you are, but I'll just call you White Line Fever. Feel free to chat. What is going on in the AFL world at the moment? Just had some more news come in. About Bailey Smith. One moment, hang on. Not much, really. Hawthorn news at the moment. Do we think the Barrass deal will get done? That's what. Hang on a minute. If I can just. One moment. Barrass at Hawks, yep. Do you reckon it'll get done? Personally I do. But I feel like it's going to be a massive last week. Of the trade period. If Barrass deal gets done, Baker Probs will as well. Yeah, that's a big part of what is happening. White Line Fever. Yeah, standard moderator. Oh no, proper. We did have 4 in the chat. Where have you all gone? What is going on? Thanks, no problems. Trustworthy. Do we listen to some Gettable? Because there is a new video, an episode that's come out 2 hours ago. Do we listen to it or do we not? Do we listen to Gettable? Do we watch Gettable? Or do we pass? You know what? Let's just listen to Gettable. And we'll stop if we don't like it, I guess. I'll pick out some interesting parts if there is any. It only goes for 9 minutes. In the title, there's nothing about like Barras. So this is just start it here.
Hello and welcome to Getable's Trade Desk Live, brought to you by Google Pixel, Riley Beveridge and Kaltumi with you here. There's just a tick under 3 days remaining in this year's trade period. There's so much news, so much going on, Cal. You can
I feel like it's gonna be a really big 3 days. Of trade. I feel like it's gonna be a massive 3 days. Trade deadline Wednesday. Yeah, it's gonna be tomorrow and Wednesday especially are gonna be massive. I feel like there's gonna be like that's when it normally happens too. It hasn't been a single trade that's happened yet. It's only been free agency, except for pick swaps, which are quite irrelevant, to be honest. So yeah, I don't know. Yeah, 3 in. Hawks rid of 14. Yeah, look, 4 in. Hello everyone, feel free to chat. Hawks got rid of 14. I feel like, I don't know, I feel like we're not holding back. I feel like we, I feel that obviously West Coast didn't like our pick. They rejected our offer of pick 14. So we thought, well, why not? If they're not going to take it, we may as well not convince them and put players up there or give up too much. So we went for the 2 future first rounds, and it's really just shaking up the draft, to be honest. I feel like I don't know if it's the right thing to do, but I feel like it's the only thing that we could have done to try and get Barras. And how Carlton are going to use pick 14, I have no idea. But it'll be interesting. And obviously the Houston deal is a big one as well. So yeah, it's big. Big final 2 days. Hello to everyone in chat if you've just joined. Type whatever you want. Biggest trade surprise. Time and I can't wait. Houston's really up in the air. I feel like there's no favourite at all for who's gonna win it. I feel like one article could just swing the whole thing. Of all of it, to be honest. I feel like there's no one real in the comfort of, we're in the best spot to win this player at the moment, because it's just very tight. Very tight. Richmond do have a very good draft hand. I saw actually somewhere that what what picks they had, and if they lose Rioli and Graham and Baker, then they're just gonna have even better pick hands. I think it's nothing we've really ever seen before. Everyone wants to leave. So yeah, so it's you all if you're at Richmond at the moment, do you thinking you're gonna get a fair bit of game time? I feel like they'll have to really, and Bolton, sorry, yep, and they'll have to get. Oh, if you're a VFL player for Richmond at the moment, you're licking your lips because they're gonna have to bring in at least a couple of VFL players onto the AFL list. Otherwise, they're just simply not gonna have enough players. Because you know how it's been like with their injuries as well. So yeah, it's quite crazy at the moment. Yeah. Quite crazy indeed. Their hand. Yeah, well, I know that pick one. I'm actually gonna Richmond Tigers. Oh, Hubbo's joined the chat. Hello, Hubbo. Who will get Houston? Oh, personally, I feel like Collingwood are getting spoilt. Pies probably, yeah. Look, they're probably. I know I said that there's not really anyone that's like comfortably winning the Houston race or in front, but I feel like Collingwood will get him, even though they've already got Perryman. They probably don't need another halfback. But because Carlton are thinking about going to the draft and saving their picks for the draft, which I don't mind that idea either. So Richmond have got pick one. Oh, wait a minute. Richmond have pick 1, pick 20, pick 24, pick 51, pick 61, pick 70, pick 76, and pick 79. And if they give up the big 4 players that are probably gonna leave, then they will they will have even more picks. I feel like they'll definitely get at least another first rounder. Because if they're giving up Rioli and Bolton, that's quality right there. You don't just get that for nothing. So I reckon they'll have at least 2 first rounders, maybe even 3, going into the draft, which is crazy. And North Melbourne have a pretty good draft then too. In terms of a lot of like picks. But yeah, I definitely think it was an interesting move to trade pick 14 to Swans. A bit quiet this year. In the trade period, yeah, I think I had a big year last year. I don't know. Yeah, not much. I feel like I have pretty good list balance, to be honest. Don't really need any more players. They were looking a bit at Sam Frost, but I think that's kind of gone down. Although Luke Parker has requested a trade to North Melbourne. Obviously that hasn't happened yet, but they were looking for Stringer but pulled out. Yeah, I think Stringer might be going to Giants, which is kind of crazy, to be honest, which kind of come out of nowhere. You wouldn't think that many teams would really want Stringer, considering his age, and he was decent this year. Kicked 42 goals, 17th in the Coleman. But yeah, I think he's going to Giants now. or just staying. And also, I've heard in the last couple of days, GWS don't need Stringer, correct? He's a bit inconsistent too. He is. And also Matt Owies, I've heard, is leaving Carlton. He won't be coming back, is what Kane Corn said. And while Kane Corns may not be the most trustworthy man, bit of an idiot to be honest, but he has said that Matt Owies won't be going back to Carlton. So he won't be going back to Carlton. He will be going for another club, but hasn't decided where, because in his exit meeting, he had a bit to say, apparently. And, yeah. So, then it's getting complicated. And a lot of media people have been saying that Dan Houston's options are now either Collingwood, North Melbourne, or stay at Port. I think Carlton have kind of cooled down on the fact that Dan Houston, and news right now, not really. The latest news was 2 hours ago. In fact, though, we have had in terms of trade, not really. I also heard that maybe, because a lot of Carlton, a lot of media is saying that Carlton don't need, really, Dan Houston. What they really need is a key defender. And they're saying that they might even snatch, or try and snatch, Tom Barrass, even if Hawthorn, if West Coast aren't accepting their deal, they might even use pick 14 to go for him, which is very interesting. But they've also said that they might go to the draft as well. I don't really see Carlton snatching Dan Houston, because they were saying they were going to go for Sam De Koning, which obviously his brother Tom plays for Carlton, and he's a key defender. Carlton, too much injuries. Sard out, Houston in if he goes to Blues. Yeah, true. Obviously Carlton kind of saying that they don't need him, as well, as I just said before, and that they might go for Tom Barrass instead, because they are looking at a key defender. They've got Wiedering, but they've also saying that they want another key defender to go with Wiedering, because obviously they've got Mitch McGovern, but obviously, yeah, it doesn't really cut the mustard in terms of key defenders, I guess. So yeah. Wait a minute. I'll be just a second. Alrighty, I'm back. not, yeah, I feel like that would, not much news at the moment. Trade radio. We've got a trade radio here. Could listen.
TCL is just getting started. Binge game replays on a TCL big screen TV.
Also, Rory Atkins lately there's been some whispers that he'll be moving as well, which is interesting because I can't really see any club that would be any interested in Rory Atkins, if I'm being honest, like he's considering his age. 10 trades. Yeah, they were saying that could unlock a 5 club trade. But I think that's a bit. I don't really think that will happen. Also, Sam Day saying that he may go to Brisbane, and well, they're saying that he may be the replacement for Joe Danaher. I think that's a bit extreme. Sam Day. Curtis Taylor, obviously, also, he was interesting because when I heard he was delisted, I was like, ooh, that's interesting because Jacob Wiedering signs a 6-year deal with Carlton. I mean, to be expected. Where else was he going to go, really? If he left, well, then Carlton are in real strife. I saw Melbourne did a pick swap with, I believe, Essendon or Gold Coast or something like that. I'm not too sure what the result of that was. But I know that they did some sort of pick swap together. So, yeah. It's interesting. If you have any news on that in the chat, then like to hear. I don't know exactly. I think pick 9 had a bit to do with it. Sorry, Crows and Demons had the pick swap. Sorry, it wasn't. It was pick number 46 was handed to Melbourne for is a deal that has netted the Crows' 3rd round pick. Yeah. Alright, so yeah, that's not really that. Well, actually, they were saying here because personally, I thought Bailey Smith. Ever since he rumoured, I knew he wanted Geelong. I think he definitely wants to go to Geelong, and to be honest, I think that Bulldogs in particular say, well, if you want to go, they don't want him anymore. But Geelong haven't really offered much up to Bulldogs, and they're saying here that something might happen where Geelong are Cat's high risk option for Smith. So there is like AFL Daily podcast about that. But I personally think that he'll go to Geelong. I think that's where he is from. That's where I feel like it would just make sense for him to go to Geelong. So, yeah, I reckon Bailey Smith goes to Geelong. Yeah. Thumbs up. Yeah. Not sure. Not sure. I guess the next couple of days will probably be good to do the trade watch on, because it's do you think there should be a limit on how many years a contract is? No, I feel like if a player wants to be at a club, they can set a contract. We've seen a lot of like big contract extensions in the last year or so. It's been quite crazy. There's been up to like a 12-year deal. You saw Mac Andrew has signed like a 12-year deal for like something like just over $1 million a year. So it's quite crazy, the deals that players are signing. But yeah, I don't think there should be a limit. I feel like if a player wants to be at the club and they want that player to be at the club, then so be it, and they sign. But then the risky thing also is that if you do sign a deal and then or get injured or obviously feel like your body can't take it anymore and need to retire, or then potentially there's and then change your mind or say, oh, I actually feel like I want to get traded here, don't really feel right at this club, then yeah, maybe. But no, I feel like you should be able to sign a contract as long as you want, to be honest. Been streaming for a while now, just over 40 minutes. But if you haven't already seen because Bolter has signed a 7-year deal but only finished 11th in the best and fairest. Yeah, but if they wanted him to stay, he wants to stay, well then he can stay, I guess. They want him to. What was I saying just before? If you haven't already checked out the other videos that I've posted recently, then go and check them out. I've put mods on there, so if someone's like, yeah. Yeah, there'll be a bit more talk and 20. Yeah, 20. Yeah, there's a lot of rumors that haven't been done. As I said before, there hasn't been any players traded in the trade period. There's only been a couple free agencies, and then there's only been like a couple of pick swaps. There hasn't been any like player trades or anything. There's just been pick swaps. And yeah, there definitely, that's what I was saying, because like there's definitely been more news tomorrow, and certainly Wednesday. Seems that that's the deadline day, and it always normally is a lot of trades on the last day. Just because that's what happens, and teams normally wait. But I'm excited to see how it plays out. But yeah. Any news questions? Um, um, but no, no updates. So no, not really at the moment. Um, I'm surprised Park hasn't been already traded and given a better offer for Swans. Yeah, true. Um, He's looking for more midfield minutes, but I'm not sure he'll get it at North considering their young midfield. Yeah, true. Especially with Davies, Uniac, and Simpkin and all that. I think it'll. But then again, I think North would probably value some experience as well, considering their list. And that's the main reason why Clarkson wants Luke Parker, probably. Is because for the experience. And yeah, I feel like he's probably a bit tougher than most of them, and he'll put his body on the line, so he might get a bit more midfield time. But I don't think he won't get much of that with Sydney, especially with Warner and Rowbottom and Heaney and Mills and all those players. So yeah, you never know. But yeah. And also the young players see is worth it. Yeah, they do. Yeah. Get them putting their body on the line, getting in there, I guess, as well. But yeah, he's a hard-working player. Sorry. Alright. That's alright. I'll see you soon. Next time. Bye. See ya. Two viewers in. Hello. Back. On viewer in. Feel free to chat. Anyone. Keep us occupied in here. Yeah. make sure to drop a like as well on the stream if you're still here. All the support helps. But yeah. So I've nearly been live. Not really much, to be honest, going on at the footy world at the moment. Might end the stream soon, closer to an hour. So yeah, make sure to drop a like if you're still in here. And subscribe if you haven't. And feel free to chat here because not much news happening at the moment, really, with a trade. Obviously, probably more, as I've been saying, towards the end. Of the trade period. So, I'll just be a minute, one moment. But yeah. Not really much, if I'm being honest. But yeah. But yeah. Who do we think Dan Houston will go to? Personally, I think Collingwood at the moment. I don't think he'll go to North Melbourne. But yeah, there's a couple of options, different options. So yeah, it's gonna be a very jam-packed couple of days if it comes to like like trades and all that. But yeah, it'll be interesting. I want to see who goes where. And I feel like with the Houston move, one tweet, one article, one comment could just change the whole ball game and who will land Dan Houston. But yeah. One, two, three. Sorry, there actually has been one trade. Alex Neil-Bullen to Adelaide, I've been saying. Oh, and Jack Darling to to North. Jack Graham to West Coast. This is all free agency though. So sorry, Neil-Bullen. And then yeah, really nothing since that time. So yeah, I think I'm gonna wrap it up now. Not much news really. So yeah, I'm gonna wrap it up. Thanks for tuning in. If you did, make sure to leave a like, subscribe, and go Hawks.